Hello, I'm Ken Fobb. This is NewsNet, Baton Rouge. Grab yourself a tea or coffee as I go over with you headlines and news from our local area and region. At the governor's mansion, there was an apparent security breach which allowed a man to enter the governor's mansion unobserved and unhindered, break some furniture, then fall asleep on one of the couches. Louisiana State Police revealed they arrested a man last week by the name of Raynard Green, 34, Baton Rouge, who was booked on Wednesday of last week for simple burglary of an inhabited dwelling, criminal trespassing, criminal damage to property, all at the governor's mansion. 2 counts of battery on the police officer and possession of Schedule I narcotics. According to Sheriff Sid Gotro, Green was found sleeping on the couch and had apparently broken an antique table before falling asleep when he was finally discovered inside of the governor's mansion just before 6 a.m. He was arrested and transported for booking, during which time he struck an officer in his chest. He had to be placed in leg shackles because he became extremely violent, likely due to the effects of the synthetic marijuana found in his left pants pocket. Authorities are not saying whether Governor John Bel Edwards and or his family were inside of the mansion at the time. This very alarming breach of security incident remains under investigation. In more somewhat similar news, although Louisiana has reported a decline in homelessness of 7% during 2018, according to HUD, nonetheless, some shelters across the city of Baton Rouge say they just don't see it. They're seeing different numbers. For instance, Miriam Overton, Director of Development for the Salvation Army, says the Baton Rouge facility has been filled to capacity for weeks. Overton says the Center of Hope Emergency Shelter has been having an upward trend of men seeking shelter. She says the nonprofit has put in 20 additional cots, but they are not the only shelter reporting an increase of homelessness in Baton Rouge. Mike Acaldo, President and CEO of St. Vincent de Paul, says in all of his 30 years at the shelter, he has never seen so many homeless people, and he thinks it may be partly due to recent development in the downtown area. But he also says, quote, I think it has a lot to do with the cost of living going up, but it is also a national trend, close quote. In Covington, Louisiana, a company has been caught billing Medicaid more than $100,000 for services its employees either did not provide or were not qualified to provide. State auditors interviewed employees at the Walk With Me Community Improvement Center. Many of its employees say they had no idea why the company used their information in order to improperly bill Medicaid. The company used the info of nearly 12 employees, to be exact, in order to bill Medicaid thousands of dollars for counseling services its employees did not provide, and in some cases, its employees weren't qualified to perform other services the company billed Medicaid for. This took place between January 2015 through August of 2018. In August of 2018, the Louisiana Department of Health suspended the Covington-based company's license due to, quote, credible allegations of fraud, close quote, made by the Medicaid Fraud Control Unit of the Louisiana AG's office. And in September 2018, 5 managed care organizations called CEOs that operate Medicaid on behalf of the state terminated all agreements with the Walk With Me Community Improvement Center of Covington. Finally, in the news, the town of Clinton, Louisiana seems to have finally gotten its water system in compliance with the Louisiana Department of Health's safe drinking water standards, according to LDH spokesperson Robert Johannesson. You may recall that on January 17th, LDH cited Clinton and its mayor Lori Bell with 15 deficiencies on the town's water wells and their maintenance. But as of the recent April 17th deadline, 12 of the 15 violations have been fixed. Clinton requested and has been granted an extension until May the 1st to fix the remaining problem. Meanwhile, the good news is, according to Johannesson, the system is in total compliance. The drinking water is at quality level, and they are in compliance for all drinking water standards, he says, which is what they said they wanted when they first issued the administrative order. These have been headlines and news from our local area and region. I'm yours truly, Ken Fobb. I'll see you next time right here on NewsNet, Baton Rouge.